So they got this young lady, she's on TikTok. I've been watching her. She's hysterical. And she's making fun of this goofy talking head that Trump has for his press secretary, Caroline Levitt. And I mean, this lady, like they say, yo, listen, whatever they write down on this piece of paper, fucking read it. I don't give a fuck how much you know it's a lie. Read this shit.
Back harder. That's why there will be 104% tariffs going into effect on China tonight at midnight. But the president believes that she and China want to make a deal. They just don't know how to get that started. And the president also wanted me to tell all of you that if China reaches out to make a deal, he'll be incredibly gracious, but he's going to do what's best for the American people. Everybody in Washington, whether they want to admit it or not, knows that this president is right when it comes to tariffs and when it comes to trade.
This is White House Press Secretary Caroline Levitt, a professional in lying and deceit.
President Trump's 104% tariffs to China were made live last night. 104% is not just an A++, which is exactly what President Trump does. He always goes for the gold. He goes for the extra credit as he moves at Trump speed, and he's our deal maker in chief. But no, the 104% tariffs are symbolic because 104 is actually a fever that you need to be hospitalized for, and the only cure for that is not more cowbell, it is America.
Meanwhile, on TikTok, comedian Lysandra Vasquez is showing the art of impersonation.
Also yesterday, the president spoke with Japan's prime minister, who wants to negotiate as well. The president also spoke the acting president of South Korea this morning. He has tasked Secretary Besson and U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer to lead these talks. In total, since the Liberation Day announcement, nearly 70 countries have already reached out to the president to begin a negotiation. Countries are falling over themselves to reform their unfair trade practices and free open their markets to our country. Why? Because these countries greatly respect President Trump in the sheer power of the American market.
I reiterate, a professional liar who only got the job because she is adequate enough to continue to grift for the current administration.
President Trump has put a pause on the tariffs for 90 days in order to open negotiation between all of the countries that are lined out the door, and they're frankly obsessed with us. Everybody really wants to do business with the United States because they realize that they would be lost without us. 90 days is a really specific time frame, I know, but that's enough time to find a fiancé on television, then it's enough time to negotiate trade with countries.
Rumor has it the effect on Levitt has been drastic.
I have to say, this lady, she is killing it. You get an opportunity, check her out on, I'm sure she's on Instagram too, but I've seen her on TikTok. But she just like has this lady down to the T. And I have to be honest, this lady who's the real fucking press secretary says such ridiculous shit that she has to up her game on the ridiculousness, and so you won't see the comedy and the humor. And that's really messed up. So you guys get an opportunity to, YouTube is my main source of entertainment. If you see a theme here, it's because I want to show you all the wonderful things that you can see on YouTube that you may not have thought of, because whatever you could think of, it's there in some form or some fashion. And there's a lot of good information, like I said in my previous videos, and there's a lot of garbage, and there's just a lot of shit that's funny, and this is one of them.